Trump has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350. Now, what am I supposed to do? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever, that all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay, I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills. I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more. I'm done with that guy. I'm done with that guy. I'm not. If he gets voted in again, I'm leaving this country because I'm not dealing with this no more. This is all shit.
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this. I have a construction company, and not a fucking thing is getting done. This is what I get. This is what I fucking get. Nothing but white boys. Takes 4 days to do a one-day job. I might have fucked up.
From now on, I don't want to hear nothing about the economy. I don't want to hear nothing about inflation. I don't want to hear nothing about tariffs. I don't want to hear nothing about Tesla or electric vehicles or gas prices. We all know nothing's gotten fucking better. It's the truth. And no, I'm not going to give it more time. But you want to know what I'm really pissed off about? This whole Epstein bullshit. And you think people are just going to let this one slide? Nah. People are pissed off. You made a promise to unclassify this and let us know what the hell's going on in this sick island, all this BS. And if you think the people that voted for you are going to let this slide, no. If they're anything like me, no. This is one thing that we're going to stand firm on, and you're going to have to understand you can't just switch it up and start talking about, the deficit's better, or, we're going to give you a 1% off on your taxes at the end of the year. Nah, not falling for it. This was one of the big things for me. I think it was one of the big things for millions of people. You and Bongini and Pam Bondi and all these people, you're all flipped. You can see it in their faces. You can see how they're responding to people. It's almost like they're deer in the headlights. They're scared to talk. Trump, when he was asked by a reporter about Epstein, he's like, we're still talking about this pervert or whatever on this island? Basically, we need to let it go and move on. No, we're not going to let it go and move on. Stop gaslighting us. You're a smart man. How could you be that blind to realize that we're not going to let this one slide? This one changed me, and it changed a lot of people today. There's a lot of people pissed off. If you want to gain anybody's ounce of support back, you need to fix this immediately, because I'm telling you right now, people are pissed off about this, including me.
Shalom Akim. Shalom, Shalom. Lahab Akoyim. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this be edifying unto the Lord's elect. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchaha Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the 4 corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen, and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakathon. This is Job. Job chapter 15 and verse 31. It reads, "Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. It shall be accomplished before his time, and his branch shall not be green. He shall shake off his unripened grape as the vine, and shall cast off his flower as the olive. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery. They conceive mischief, and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit." Job chapter 12 and verse 16. "But with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his." So, it's your brother Zakaria Allah once again, you know what I'm saying? Branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, man. And, you know, this might be the one, you know what I'm saying? This very well may be the thing that causes the shift in the minds of the people, you know what I'm saying, that's going to bring out prophecy, right? Because these jokers think that they're going to continue on in the manner that they've done, right? They think that they're going to continue on lying and deceiving, you know what I'm saying, holding off their secret councils, all right, such as the Bilderberg Group, all right. And the Lord is removing the covering cast from the people, because it's not just the American people that's looking at this. You see? It's not just the American people that's looking at this. It's the world that's watching this. Job chapter 20 and verse 4. It reads, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. All right? The joy of the hypocrite is only for a moment, man. One lie begets a bigger lie, gets a bigger lie, begets a bigger lie. You see what I'm saying? For years, all right, for years, this guy has campaigned on the promise of bringing these sick people to justice. You know what I'm saying? And he had a good run of, getting these people to believe him. He had a good run with that. I was surprised that they let him slide with Hillary Clinton. You see what I'm saying? Because he didn't take that woman to justice. But why is that? It's because now the people are realizing what the prophets have been telling you, that these jokers are all together. They all roll in the same club. You see what I'm saying? George Carlin said, it's one big club and you're not in it. You see what I'm saying? It's all one big club and you ain't in it, man. You know what I'm saying? The people are starting to realize this thing now. Let's go to Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? You see? And this is how all the elites think. And this is why we've been telling you for a long time, stop looking at Trump. Stop looking at Trump. He's nobody on this scale. Stop looking at Obama. Stop looking at Hillary. All these characters are just that. They're just puppets. You see what I'm saying? We name names around here, man. We name the families. You see what I'm saying? It's not one guy that's coming up called the Antichrist. No. The scriptures say that there are many antichrists. You see what I'm saying? There are many antichrists. We got the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Warburgs, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, the Goldbergs. You see what I'm saying? Many families. And this is all Esau, Edom. All of it. Esau, Edom. That's the man of sin. You see what I'm saying? Let's get this in Jeremiah. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10. It reads, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not." See what I'm saying? This is that one thing that's going to break the camel's back, man. It's going to cause these people to lose their faith in the government, in the system as a whole. And they knew this. I'm not talking about Trump. I'm not talking about Biden. I'm not talking about Obama. None of that. No, they knew. The elites knew. These families that I just mentioned. You see? They knew this. That's why in the shadows, they've been preparing for the inevitable fallout. They've been preparing for the people, for the public to lose hope in the system, to lose their faith in the system. They've been getting their AI situation together. All right, they just passed this law that's going to control crypto. And we told you it was coming to this. We told you. And everybody kept saying, no, put your trust in crypto. Put your trust in crypto. Don't trust in the fiat currencies. Don't trust in the dollar. Trust in crypto. And we told you that they was going to get a hold of crypto because they're the ones that introduced it. They're the ones that gave it to you. You really think there was this one lone guy in this basement creating Bitcoin? You see what I'm saying? That's going to make you all rich? No. This was all implemented from the same people who's taking it away. You see? It was all brought to you by the same sponsors, by the same people. You see what I'm saying? The job was to get you used to digital currencies. The job was to get you used to digital banking. That's what the whole purpose was. And now that they've allowed you all to get your money, get your digital fortune, now it's time to take it away from you. You see what I'm saying? Now it's time to move forward with their next plan. And this is all to lead you into the CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's losing it over this situation with Epstein. Everybody. Right? Check this out real quick. Check this out. This is from vanity.com. I found this very, very interesting. All right. Look at this title. CBS to cancel Late Night with Stephen Colbert citing financial decision. Financial decision. This was just made 2 days ago. Why is Stephen Colbert leaving the Late Night show? You see what I'm saying? Why is that? If y'all remember, you remember that list when that one list was surfacing a couple years back. You see what I'm saying? A couple years back. Stephen Colbert's name was on that list. You know what I'm saying? We was looking at Jay-Z, Beyonce Knowles, Will Smith. You see what I'm saying? Tom Hanks. All these notable names that you saw on that list. All right? And there was Stephen Colbert as well. So a lot of roaches are scrambling over this situation. All right? We saw that one chick. What's her name? What was her name? Ellen, I think it is. All right, but all these jokers have packed up and they left the country. They left the country. Why did they do that? You see what I'm saying? All surrounding this whole situation with the island boy. You know what I'm saying? Remember, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. All right? Now they're trying to dangle this thing in your face. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, here comes Tulsi Gabbard out of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? After all this stuff is going on, you know what I'm saying? You don't think that she would be in the conversation? No, they just brought her back out of nowhere to say, "Oh yeah, Obama was heading a coup to try and take down the Trump presidency." Like, come on, man. Come on, man. It's all a game. See what I'm saying? Now that we have the BRICS nations and they're getting their currency together. And it's only a matter of time, man, before the dollar is destroyed. You see what I'm saying? So they got to take everybody's mind away from what's about to happen. All right? And what's about to happen very soon is going to be devastating. Devastating to the economy, devastating to people's lives. You know what I'm saying? They're about to take away all of your amenities, you know what I'm saying, or your government assistances, you know what I'm saying? So this is all going to lead to the inevitable collapse. All right, collapse in trust of the government, collapse in the infrastructure. It's going to be chaos. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. It reads, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof." And we're seeing the spirit of Egypt fail, man. All right. What was the spirit of this new Egypt? All right. It was that democracy. It was the American dream. That was the spirit of Egypt. All right. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. All right. They're running to entertainment, and they're not finding any solace, no comfort. They're running to their celebrities. They're finding out that their celebrities live a completely different life from what they portray on screen. You see what I'm saying? They're looking at their politicians, and their politicians are all showing them that they serve someone else. They don't serve the American people. They serve the one that you can't speak of. These Amalekites, these JOOs. You see what I'm saying? That's who they serve. Verse 4. "And the Egyptians will I give over, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Tazabawath." All right. So this is that time, man. Check this out. I got another video that I want to share with you. Bear with me.
All right, we were in the trenches with you. Okay, and now what? Because we're questioning one thing. Jeffrey Epstein, suddenly we're the enemy. We're the losers. We're the idiots. Look away. Shut up. It's Russia collusion. That's horse shit. Okay? This Epstein's been going on since early 2000s. What? Maybe even the 90s he was doing this perverted stuff. You don't get to do that. I'm sorry. And everybody always thinks that we're always on the Trump train and we don't have any criticism. I'm sorry, bro. You don't do that shit. You don't spit in our faces. Everything that we've been through. Pat, I've lost not only friendships, I've lost family members I don't even talk to anymore because of this shit. And then you're going to come out and tell us, like, I don't need your support. I don't need you. Okay, have that attitude. And you're going to see it make these people lose. 2006, the midterms, you're going to lose that type of freaking support, and anybody attached to his name. If Eric tries to run, if anybody with the Trump name 2028 tries to run, this is going to be hanging over the head because now the trust is lost.
So that is Vinny Oshana, who we've actually discussed in previous videos. He's a frequent guest of Piers Morgan's, and that was on the Patrick Bet David Pro MAGA podcast. These are iconic MAGA podcasters and influencers, wildly successful, even though I loathe their political views, and they are unapologetically pro-MAGA. And Trump attacking MAGA over the Epstein debacle, as we've discussed in multiple videos, has caused Vinny to have a total meltdown. He is finally speaking up in critical, blunt language against Donald Trump directly. And even Patrick Bet David himself, the calmer voice on the show, but still pro-Trump, he's sounding the alarm as well, both on that podcast and on Twitter, begging Trump to stop. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, all right, friends, so Patrick Bet David goes on Twitter last night, and he says, no one is bringing more attention to the Epstein files than President Trump. It's getting out of control. An insider should have a conversation. His team made promises they didn't keep. The base is pissed. Rightfully so. Your base is not your enemy. Focus on regaining trust. Now, that got 21,000 likes, about 2,000 comments. Okay. Now, some people pushed back and said, you're 1,000% wrong. How did Trump's people not keep their promises? They did an investigation. They came to a conclusion and they announced their conclusion. Are you aware of some evidence that you've seen that you've seen that they have not, or just guessing? He's like, Patrick Bet David goes, can you read? His team made promises on his behalf and created this mess. Everything rises and falls on leadership, and he's the leader. Pretty sure he doesn't need your advice. Patrick Bet David fires back. Pretty sure it's been trending for a week and with a 12,000% increase of attention to the issue, and he won't stop talking about it. So we've got some other clips to play, but PBD, again, to his credit, I try to think of, like, who are in the entire MAGA sphere. So I'm thinking of Charlie Kirk, Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles, Matt Walsh. Who's the most reasonable MAGA influencer? And I'm starting to think it might be PBD because he is still unapologetically pro-Trump. He grades Trump on a curve. I think he's factually wrong on so much of Trump's record. But he's also repeatedly criticized Trump before, and he does it calmly and rationally on Fox News and other places on his own podcast. And you're about to see some of that here. So maybe we found the most reasonable MAGA podcaster. Maybe. We'll see. I want to play this clip. This is from their podcast stream earlier today, in which he introduces the topic following Trump's unhinged meltdown on Truth Social yesterday, and then again in the Oval Office yesterday after the Truth Social post.
Last night, we're at the boardroom till 11 o'clock at night with some interesting people who are connected on the political side, and we're having conversation. I'm like, hey, one of the guys that was there, I said, what's up with this Epstein stuff? Why is he not letting this go? You screwed up, you had a fumble, but you're not letting it go. You keep bringing it back up. There is not a single person that's bringing more attention to the Epstein than Trump. Not one. And there isn't anybody that's bringing more attention to this than him, okay? And then he comes out yesterday and he calls MAGA-based stupid people. and gullible weaklings over Epstein files. Rob, I don't know if you have this clip or not. The radical left Democrats have hit, is that the one or no?
This is his Truth Social post, and then he commented as well. I have the videos.
Do you have the video? Play the video first of stupid people. Because, you know, I want to know the strategy behind saying something like this. Go ahead, Rob.
Past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your attorney general told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen?
It's not
of that?
the attorney general. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him, and it's a bad group. It
He's
started
saying Comey and
look at
Wray
the Steele
have
dossier
been
that turned
running
out
on
to be a
Epstein.
total
He's doing
hoax. The 51 agents, the
Call the
intelligence,
lead.
so-called
It's gonna come back
intelligence
to the answer
agents, it
soon
was a
enough.
hoax. It's all been a big hoax
That
that's
was a hoax.
perpetrated
The
by the
second one.
Democrats, and some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net, and so they try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats are good for nothing other than these hoaxes. They're bad for policy. They're bad for picking candidates that can get elected. Like in New York, we have a communist.
Anyway, so you can see where this is going. Okay, and it's not going very well for this guy. All right, and it's not going well for the rest of these Edomites. You know what I'm saying? You have to think about so much that's riding on this. You know what I'm saying? Being the beacon of their last hope. You see what I'm saying? And their last hope was that he was going to bring about, you know, transparency. He was going to bring about actual change, and that's what they say all the time in every administration, with every election. They say we're bringing change. All right. The only thing you've seen this guy do is make things worse for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Take away what assistances they had. You know, ramp up AI to astronomical levels. You know what I'm saying? And it's only the tip of the iceberg, man. Only the tip of the iceberg. Now he's actively taking away people's citizenship. You know what I'm saying? And you know, nobody asked that question of how deep this thing can go. You know what I'm saying? How much more destructive can this thing get? Because he's already showing, you know what I'm saying, disdain towards those who oppose him in any capacity. What happens if he decides to go off the deep end and just say, you know what, you're no longer an American citizen because you don't trust me? You see what I'm saying? Again, this is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. All right? This is that spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All right? This is the place that's written of in the scriptures. Let's go here. This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which is spiritually known or spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. All right. So this is that place. This is the place called Sodom and Egypt, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? And it's called that because of the actions. All right. Because of the things that this place has done. All right. Of course, Sodom is known for sodomy. Okay. So there's no need to really go into great details as to why this place would be considered spiritually Sodom. But then when you go into Egypt, all right, what was the significance of Egypt in the scriptures? All right, Egypt was known for enslaving the Israelites. All right, and that's not talking about just Judah. That's not talking about just the southern tribes. It's talking about both the northern and southern tribes, Israelites as a whole. And this place has done that. You see what I'm saying? Both kingdoms are here. All right. So this place is bound to be visited very soon. Now it's being visited with tempests and storms, earthquakes in diverse places. All right. The man of sin has been revealed. You know what I'm saying? Esau, Edom can no longer portray himself as the world's policeman, the world's beacon of morality. You see what I'm saying? This place, America, Babylon the Great, cannot do that anymore. See? So it's only a matter of time before this thing, boils over. All right? Because they're not getting any trust back from the people. You know what I'm saying? That train has left. All right? That train has left. And these jokers are already talking about, let's vote them out the next cycle. No, you're not going to do none of that shit. You're not going to do none of that, because there ain't going to be another one, man. This joker was telling you straight up that when you vote for me this time, you're not going to have to vote again, because it's going to be so rigged that you'll never have to vote. He said that. You'll never have to vote. I'll have the system so rigged you'll never have to vote. You see what I'm saying? You ain't getting that shit, man. The Lord puts y'all in the hands of a cruel Lord, and you about to see this thing get even crueler. Even crueler. You think Alligator Alcatraz is for these niggas, man, and Spicks, man? No. That's for all y'all jokers, man, who got the nerve to say no to Trump. You see what I'm saying? Like this shit's about to go there, man. It's about to go there. All right, as it says in the scriptures, it's about to go there, man. You know what I'm saying? There shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 16. You see? So expect this thing to get crazy. All right? Expect it to get crazy, because he's the guy to hold grudges, man. All right. And these elites are gonna let him have a ball out here, man. So I'm gonna cut that there. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.